Spoilers for the Remembrance of Earth's Past trilogy. I usually just call it the 3-Body Problem series. You've been warned, but if you're still here, let's get right into it. This is easily one of the best things I've read. It was probably my favorite series that I read last year. It has a bunch of speculative sci-fi. It really stretches a lot of concepts to its limits, and it's just so fun to think about. Take, for example, the dimensional reduction. There's a point in the book where they start unfolding a proton into lower dimensions to put an AI into it so that they can fold it up again and send it to mess with the humans. Now this seems like magic and it might very well never be achievable, but we do use the concept of dimensional reduction in some ways. When I read about this, I just looked it up because I thought it was just insane. And it popped up that we use it like in computing. We like fold data, so it like processes more efficiently. Now who knows what the actual probabilities of dimensional reduction ever reaching that point actually are. Probably very low, but still it plays with our unknowns. Even though it's crazy, it's speculation that feels like it still might happen one day. There's another idea in the book that stuck with me but in a different way, and it's the idea of using the sun as a signal amplifier. Ye Wenjie, probably butchering that, a character from the book, notices that radiation that comes from Jupiter after it reaches the sun is still traceable, and she theorizes that it got amplified in some way. So she is big mad at humanity at this point, and I'm not saying that she doesn't have her reasons. And so she wants to use this process to send a signal from Earth, amplify it by using the sun, with the intent of somebody in the universe finding it at some point. Now in the context of this story, the message could have been worded in any way. It still would have been the same, which is, hey, come erase us. Some aliens are like,
dude, this is exactly what we're looking for. We'll be there in like 400 years to erase you.
So this is a pivotal moment in the book, and it's a pretty cool concept, so I obviously looked it up as well. And what I found is, like, from what I understand, any signal, like the radiation from Jupiter that reaches the sun, would just blend into the sun's own massive energy output. It gets lost, completely lost in the noise, and becomes more of the same. So that particular moment in the book where the sun is used as a signal amplifier feels less like speculation and more like something that needed to happen to move forward. So here's my question. Is there any way to interpret this differently? Is there a way of making sense of her use of the sun as an amplifier without rewriting the laws of the universe? It's not like it matters that much. Like, as I said, this is one of the best things I've ever read, and I highly recommend it if you haven't. But I don't know, it's like a part of the book that I always think about, and maybe I'm just missing something. It would be fun to spark a little bit of like discussion about a series that I like so much. Subscribe for more content like this, and I'll be seeing you around, guys.